Hi guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Nuggets News. Well, today I want to talk about Litecoin, where it sits in its 4-year cycle. It's now less than a year away until that block reward halves again. It's been a couple of years or even a few years since we did these last videos when Litecoin was at its lows before it started its bull run. It tends to lead Bitcoin and can lead alts, be a leading indicator for the broader market altogether. So at the time, Litecoin was around $50, and we spoke about these time cycles of ours and how price tends to lead the actual halving date itself. We're going to have a look at those charts again, and indeed, Litecoin did have that move and end up peaking again around its previous all-time high. So I was expecting it to continue higher. It didn't do that. I think a lot of the fundamentals have changed possibly in favor of Litecoin. A lot of people miss this Mimblewimble upgrade that's been a long time coming back in May. It was in the depths of the bear market, and these new privacy features I think are really important. A lot of people also don't realize that Litecoin can be used in terms of its Lightning Network. So now it's got these other features. I did a write-up on this for our members back in May on why I think that it can fall back into favor. It is one of the oldest cryptocurrencies out there now. It's got 1,000 nodes. Well located all around the world. It's truly decentralized. I don't think there's any danger of this being a security. It's proof of work, listed widely on all exchanges, plenty of apps and wallets. So yeah, I think these payment-based technologies and the fact that you can use it and its Lightning Network integrating with Bitcoin and its Lightning Network. There's even some projects starting to spring up now in terms of DeFi on Bitcoin, and Litecoin can act as a testbed for these types of projects, as well as just the future upgrades for Bitcoin. It's always been the silver to Bitcoin's gold. So yeah, a lot of people are still not aware that Litecoin has these Lightning payments going on since back in 2017. So let's have a look at the Litecoin-Bitcoin ratio. And as we mentioned, it didn't make new highs in the last cycle, and for the past 4 years it's really been in this falling wedge pattern. And it was right when this upgrade came out, and I posted for our members back in May, June, that we finally got to the capitulation stage and the end of this pattern. And we've since had some really bullish action the past few weeks as people are starting to look forward to that halving, which often gets front run, as I mentioned before. So in terms of actual price, in terms of dollars, we bottomed around $40 and we're sitting, I think we touched 80 this morning. So let's just go back and have a quick look at the history of this chart from the Genesis Litecoin block back in 2011. We have the uptrend and the decline. That first halving date in August 2015, it gets front run a fair bit from whatever 40 cents to $8, and then sideways, and then off to the races in terms of the bull market, another decline, and then we get the front run happening again before that next halving date at the end of July, August 2019. And same again, we're looking at the end of July, August 2023 as that next halving date. So we've had that run, we made a slight new all-time high. We've had a long decline now, and I think we're just starting to see this next date that's probably going to be front run. So something like this is on the cards, a bit of a run up, a bit of a decline, and then if we're in that wider bull market, maybe we can finally make those new all-time highs for Litecoin this time around, especially if we get some usage, some Bitcoin upgrades, Lightning Network integrations, even the regulatory backdrop. I think everything that's happened lately in terms of Bitcoin and FTX are blowing up for the crypto space, it's really bad for CeFi and the centralized exchanges, the centralized lenders. DeFi has been functioning as expected. That they're not the things that are blowing up. So this is all really good for decentralization. And this is, I guess, some of the research that I've shared in the group about really focusing back on what matters and what sectors we're most bullish on for the next bull market. Now, we've got some good bullish divergences on the weekly time frame for Bitcoin now, as well as on the daily. I think that sentiment, which we put a lot of weight in, obviously, along with using the technicals and the fundamentals as well, I think sentiment was really bad. And I posted a couple of weeks ago about expecting that, this blow up is bad, contagion will spread, and we've had a few of those contagion events now. I'm sure there's more coming, but Grayscale and Digital Currency Group, Genesis, that's the real fear at the moment. But in considering it's such a big player, we haven't really made significantly new lows, particularly when we look at ETH, which has been better to chart. That hasn't actually made new lows at all, considering this entire blow up. So I think when you look around and everyone's talking about how this is so bad that it's going to push the bull market back for years. We're going to go down to 10,000, 3,000. I think in those instances, you often at least get a bounce when everyone is just so overly bearish. So the fact that we have had some of these contagion events that have started to spread and price hasn't really capitulated, things haven't got too much worse and everyone's so bearish, I think I want to lean into that contrarian opinion and start to be a bit bullish here. That's probably it for today, guys. I'll do an update on the Bitcoin 4-year cycle again soon. If you do want those premium updates and the research in the group, the links are down below just to send me a message and I'll send you the details on how to join. But that's it for today, guys. I hope you've enjoyed that video. Let me know your thoughts and comments below. Otherwise, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, share these videos around, and I'll talk to you again soon. Cheers.